we have the remaster. What are some specific things that, like, dislikes of the remaster of Batman Beyond Season 1?
The first thing is this looks incredible. It does. And Batman the Animated Series looked incredible. The remaster of that. It looks great. The colors are really vibrant, and the sharpness, I think, is where it needs to be without being too overbearing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of our new content. Tune in for weekly and bi-weekly vid series all about the futuristic Bat Beyond.
From the untrained eye, right? I think it looks really good. However, I think the one issue that not only do we think, and not only does James mention, but I think this is kind of unanimous, is a lot of people say that because they filtered it out so much and removed so much of that grain and just film wear, a lot of an atmosphere is missing. James says that.
Yep.
And we kind of agree. There's a certain.
It's like so sharp.
Yeah. There is a certain atmosphere missing. I will agree.
Yeah.
But also, it makes like whatever natural wear on the film appear more vibrantly. So, little dust particles and hairs and stuff like that are like glaringly apparent.
Yeah. Weirdly, it has a thing where it's supposed to be cleaner, but because it's so clean, now you're seeing all these imperfections.
Right. Now, it could have been because I was so emotional. It personally was not enough to pull me out of the experience.
It doesn't pull me out. I think it's almost charming because it puts this old film weirdness to it.
Right. No, exactly. It's like a love letter to that era of film, you know what I mean? In a weird way. I could understand it pulling certain people out. If you're not about that.
Purist,
But you and I think we're the type of people where it doesn't personally bother us, but it is worth mentioning.
It does, I will say this. I do now want to get a DVD because I want to make sure I have the option. I don't just want that as my only option now.
I have the DVDs,
I don't want that as a replacement is what I'll say, because that's my beef with it. Of if you sharpen something so much that comes from a time where it's atmospheric as a result of its technology,
right?
It also doesn't mean that atmosphere wasn't there for a reason,
right?
And I do think, like you said, to start off with some positives as well, the color looked amazing. It's not like they were like anything was off. Like looking at it, I wasn't like this is off or this is weird. Nothing like that. Because sometimes with remasters or a certain redos, it's like this looked all right, but my issue was with backgrounds in this, because the painted backgrounds in Season 1, that atmosphere is what set the background being out of focus. It's out of focus for a reason. I think removing some of that atmosphere literally has brought up like visual problems into the show a little bit with the painted background specifically.
Sure.
Or if there were foreground issues as well, either way it would bring out that issue. Back then, they were accounting for that when painting this shit, of going like, this atmosphere will provide depth.
Hey, this is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, telling you to go above and Batman Beyond.
If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel and share this video with other Bat fans beyond who would also like this kind of content. In addition to this new clip-style series you saw today, we also have a bunch of interviews here on the channel with cast and crew from Batman Beyond, including both Batmen of the future, Kevin Conroy and Will Friedle. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel for more interview content as well.